Hello, my name is Stefan Dreyer. I'm head of the development at Audi Sport Racing. We wanted to go a new direction, something technological, something complex, which will also help to shape the future in motorsports. So we wanted to have electric driven axles, so we have one MGU on the front axle, one MGU on the rear axle. The MGUs originally were developed for the Formula E Season 7. However, the energy for the motors have to come from somewhere. So the energy comes from a battery. This is a high voltage battery, it's 800 volts and has a capacity of around about 52 kilowatt hours. But then of course, as you know, the stages in the Dakar are very, very long. The battery couldn't be big enough. Therefore we had to make sure that we were able to also charge the battery. And this is what we have and what we call the energy converter. So we have an ICE, which is the former DTM engine we developed back then, linked directly to another MGU, used as a generator. So the energy supplied will go directly to the battery and from the battery to the drive axles. We are competing in the class T1U, which is obviously a new class with future technologies. So compared to the T1 Plus class, which is a very competitive class, the dimensions and weights are very, very similar. Also the power ranges are very similar. But of course, we have the complexity in the car, this new technology, and we want to prove that you can also be successful with a car like that in the Dakar. I see many advantages in the car. I mean, an electric motor on the axles is very good in terms of drivability. You can control it really well. The driver can use it really well. And at the same time, you don't have to shift gears anymore because you have a single speed gearbox. The power of an MGU does not depend as much from atmospheric conditions or temperatures, stuff like that, or altitude. So that's one of the big advantages. Disadvantage, of course, we have a lot of weight in the car. And that's very hard to control. The minimum weight is the same as the T1 Plus. And as of now, and I think I can say this, we're a little bit overweight, but that's for sure room for future improvements. From my point of view, as of now, it will not be possible to run pure electric. I mean, as you know, the Dakar is in total 8.5, 9,000 kilometers, stages up to 800 kilometers. As of now, and in the next years, it will not be possible. We are Vorsprung durch Technik. We want to go our own way. We want to, as said before, shape the future in motorsports, and therefore we needed a reglement with the FIA and the ASO where we can develop a whole car. So we have the competence to do this, from the wheel over the drivetrain all the way to the aero. We can do everything. And that was the most important for us. This is why we actively decided to go into the Dakar. Carlos and all the drivers we have, they are so experienced. To me, being a developer myself, it was always so impressive how well they can explain car behavior, how well they can explain problems. And it's a huge help. I mean, without this input, it would not have been possible to develop a car like this in less than 12 months. So it's amazing. To develop a car in 12 months with that complexity, it's not really a lot of time. And we are not ready, to be honest. But at one point, the race starts and either you compete or you don't. So in terms of testing, I think we did a total of 8,500 kilometers, which is more or less, one Dakar distance. So at least we have something, but for sure there's still a lot to learn in the future.